Well, hello, my little pretties.
Good morning, my lovely people. Welcome back to the channel. Great to see you. Please hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. Share the video, comment. Always glad to hear from you. I try to read them all. Sometime I can, sometime I can't. Anyway, today we're going to cover the body cam footage of Central Tyrant Investigations auditing a bank and then getting trespassed from a strip mall. You know, even though he doesn't seem to realize it's private property, he gets arrested anyway. It's pretty funny. He is such a whiner. Anyway, let's get right on with the video.
What was that, sir?
Are you a supervisor?
I'm not.
Okay, could you request one, please?
59. His request starts now.
Break my ouch. So I'm recording over here,
Okay.
just documenting for public interest. He went in Verizon and asked them if they wanted me to, what did you ask?
What?
What'd you ask Verizon?
Put your other hand behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. Dude, I'm not doing anything illegal.
You're just being detained.
Okay, that's fine. So he went into Verizon and solicited a trespass.
Let's be very clear. There is no law against soliciting a trespass, as they call it. He went in the store, said, "Do you want him here?" They said no. So he's being, arrested for not paying attention to what the officer says. There's nothing he can do about it.
Okay. What do you mean by solicited trespass?
He went in there and asked them if they want me to leave. I wasn't even there for Verizon.
Okay, well, you're on their property?
Like, who owns this whole property here?
Well, it depends on which piece you're talking about.
Exactly. So he told me to get away from Verizon property. I walked down here.
Okay.
And then, so what now? Like, what? Like, what is he doing?
Well, you're being detained.
For what crime? What reasonable articulable suspicion do you
Reasonable
have?
article suspicion is trespassing.
How am I trespassing? Nobody asked me to leave.
He told you that.
And I walked away.
And when I told you to keep your hands out of your pockets,
Sir, I was
the other
pulling,
reason.
I was pushing my
When he
wallet.
tells you keep your hands out of your pocket,
Okay,
keep your hands out of your pocket.
okay, listen. What crime is that, though? What crime is it to have your hand in your pocket?
It's called disobeying a lawful order. I know it might be kind of petty. Right now you're just being detained. I'm not really sure if he gets arrested or not because I haven't watched this yet. But I'm thinking that's what's going to happen here because the guy is friggin' stupid.
It's not a crime, but listen to me. You're failing to follow an order.
Sir, it has to be a lawful order.
And it is a lawful order for us to keep your hands out of your pockets.
But what crime? I was
It's
literally
a
pushing my
lawful
wallet
order.
back in my pocket. My hands weren't like in my pocket. I was
What's your
pushing
name?
my wallet back
What's your
in
name,
my
sir?
pocket.
What's your name, sir?
I don't answer questions.
You
sir.
have to answer and give your name because you are detained and we're investigating the
Did
crime.
you turn off my GoPro?
no, it's still recording.
GoPro's
Okay.
recording, both of our body cams recording. What is your name? What's your name? We are investigating the crime. You
What
are
crime?
I asked you to get off the property.
And I did. I walked over here.
No, you did not.
Dude, where am I at?
You are still on private property.
You have to have a reasonable amount of time to get away. I walked away from Verizon right when you said get away from Verizon.
So it
I
took
said
him
okay.
about 5 minutes to
Okay.
get here.
Yeah,
Okay, so what
and
is-
we're
what's
over
your
here.
name?
Enough time.
And now you're resisting.
I'm not resisting, sir.
Listen, resisting does not mean you have to be fighting somebody. It means you don't have to be following orders. That is resisting in the state of Kentucky. It's resisting arrest. Arrest doesn't have to be a physical
I
arrest.
thought you just said I was detained.
Up until I got here, you wouldn't put your hands behind your back.
No, I was holding my GoPro and
You
he
would,
I was,
but you did. You failed to put your hands
Sir,
behind your
my
back.
hand was behind my back and
This
I was
hand
holding
was
my,
not.
I was on my GoPro.
Doesn't matter.
Well, he didn't take it and put it on
You
the
don't have to
ground.
take it. You're supposed to drop it.
I'm not going to drop my expensive GoPro.
When I
Sorry.
tell you to put your hands behind your back, you have to do that.
If I okay, well,
Did you call your supervisor?
I did.
Okay. I
Listen,
hope
listen
so.
to me. Listen to me. Okay. I'm gonna explain this in terms that would apply to me. Okay.
Yep.
I like to shoot guns. I own a very expensive gun.
Yep.
If an officer tells me to drop it, I have to drop it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Have you never seen a First Amendment audit before?
I understand. Listen.
Yes, sir.
The term First Amendment auditor is bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. Nobody knows what it means. You don't know what it means. You're an idiot. You're a friggin' moron. Jesus Christ, this guy will argue over the most obvious things.
I understand what you're saying. I get that. But when he tells you to drop it, drop it.
Well, you never told me to drop my GoPro. Until you put your hands behind your back. Yeah, I was trying. Did you put your hands behind your back? Yes, I put this one behind my back. Did you put this hand behind your back? I didn't want to drop my GoPro. Did you put this hand behind your back? You're now in the realm of resisting. I never said no.
I
You
never
don't have to say no.
I never answered that question.
You don't have to
So
answer.
you just assumed that I didn't put it behind my back.
I was standing here. We're
I
standing
was
in
waiting
front.
for him to take the GoPro away from me, sir. Wait till your supervisor gets here.
Well,
And you
in the
guys,
meantime-
welcome to YouTube, guys.
In the meantime, we're going to go to my cruise.
No, you're not going to leave my property here.
I'll take it with me.
So
Take it
now
with
I
me.
have to sit in your cruiser. You guys, massive lawsuit. Good luck, guys. Okay. Welcome to YouTube, one of the biggest channels on YouTube.
36,000 subscribers. It's not the biggest channel on YouTube, you windbag. Jesus Christ, you get a lie to fraud it. I mean, you just have to.
Have fun, guys. You're not going to correct your other officer?
For what?
He went inside of Verizon and solicited a trespass. Oh, man. I literally set you guys up and you failed.
Right, you had the whole thing planned, didn't you there, chump?
Who's in control of this camera right now? Is this your camera?
Yeah, that's my camera.
Who's in control of the camera?
Like, what do you mean?
Who has possession of the camera? And who's in control of it?
I don't get what you're
Okay. So I thought.
Like, you mean like right now?
Yeah, right now. This very moment in time.
Like, you're holding my camera.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Who's in control of it? Who's in control of your property?
Like me. I'm
You're in control of this.
right now. You're holding it. What are you guys putting me in? Oh my God, dude.
You got anything you thought that you know about?
Is your supervisor on the way?
I've already requested a supervisor.
Okay.
Remember that was the first thing you asked me if I was a
Yeah.
supervisor? So what was your name?
Huh?
What was your name?
Is that all you need? Is my name?
Yeah.
My name's Alan. Wow. And guys, I did not consent to searches and seizures. Just so you know.
They don't need your consent, moron.
All right, guys. He is illegally running my identification. He reached into my pockets and grabbed my wallet out of my pocket. I did not consent to searches and seizures, guys. He went inside of Verizon and asked them if they wanted me on the property, which I was standing in the alleyway. I wasn't even in Verizon. Verizon does not own that parking lot. Verizon does not own that whole establishment. He told me to walk away from Verizon. I walked away from Verizon. He then decided to put me in handcuffs. This officer does not know the law, Jay Mueller, and we have T. Riley here, guys. We are in Paducah, Kentucky. Have fun with them, boys.
You're sounding a little nervous there, Sally. What's wrong? Yeah, you haven't never been in handcuffs before? I find that very hard to believe.
That's just a violation.
So is that so I wouldn't be going down? That would just be a citation, right?
Yeah, so I'll take you to the jail, and usually for trespassing third, they'll just do what's called an ROR, which is release beyond recognizance.
So what does that mean?
So I've seen guys like you might stay there 8 hours, you might stay there 30 minutes. I don't know.
Typically, if it's your first offense,
I have work.
no, listen to me. Typically, if it's your first offense, McCracken County Jail, you're in, they book you, you get a photo, out. It's
But
typically the way it works.
could I meet my vehicle is here? How would I get back here?
You're the one who decided to trespass.
I didn't trespass, sir. I wasn't even.
From everything I'm hearing, sounds
Have
like you were
heard- Do you know
trespassing.
what a solicitation of a trespass is? Just wondering. Do you know?
I know exactly what you're talking
You
about.
can't go in there and ask a property if they want me to leave if I had nothing to do with that property.
If you're standing outside the property,
You can't go in there and ask them if they want me to leave the property. It's called solicitation
I did
of a
that.
trust. You did. You went in there. I literally.
No. I asked if they're
That's
okay
called
with
soliciting a trespass. You can't go in there.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's against the law for him to do that. That's what he did. Deal with it. You're not going to win this one.
They had no idea I was back there. They didn't have a problem. They had all those cameras. They could have came out there and said, "Sir, we don't want you on on our property." I would have said, "Oh, okay. I'll walk down here to this end where it's the other people's property." You went in there and asked them if they want or whatever you asked. You can't do that.
Okay. Do you want some water?
Yes, yes, sir. You can just record.
I wasn't resisting, but he wouldn't put his hand behind his back. Right. I was like, that's resisting, buddy.
Yeah, when he started like tensing up, I was like, all right, I'll just wait till you guys are.
And I saw your car, and I'm like, I think he sounded like he was outside.
Like he was just like tensing up and not putting his hands behind his back. So I was like, all right, he's not like
He's not fighting
he's
him,
not
but
fighting
he's
me,
just
but,
playing the game.
So I'll just wait.
Yeah. He's not. He's resisting as an aspect of he's not doing what you tell him to do. He's not going to fight. No, I mean, you have to use force, so I wouldn't charge it. It's up to you. You didn't have to use force or anything.
No,
so
no, I'm not charging him. So it's gonna
let you answer that.
Oh yay, the manager finally showed up. Maybe he's gonna get out of this after all. Let's see.
Is Verizon the only thing there? Is Verizon that only thing in that complex?
I don't know. I'd have to walk over there, but so you're telling me you're standing on that side of the concrete?
Correct.
Okay. What do you need from me? I guess. Okay. So is this the only reason you're wanting to argue your charge? Is that what you're asking? Your charge is okay. This is what court is for. Okay. All right. This is what court's for. Okay. Yeah. If you just argue a charge, that's what we do in court. So.
Well, it looks like he didn't win that argument. The supervisor showed up, the manager, and he's still in the back seat of the car on the way to the jail. So we'll see what happens. They probably got it dismissed. They probably didn't bother prosecuting him on it. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Always love seeing these guys thinking they know what's going on and not having a friggin' clue. Anyway, love ya. Bye.
All right, you guys. Take care. Bye.